and powered by the Red 5 Network. For more, visit red5.bio.link. Good morning, guys. It's Monday, April 7th. Oh, we're already 1 week into April. My gosh, how time flies. Listen, I'm tired. I don't know what it is, but I feel like maybe I didn't sleep so good last night. I'm really sorry. I've been doing this for like the last 15 minutes, and I don't know why. It's not like I haven't been drinking my coffee, but hello! How are you? How was your weekend? Was it good? How did you sleep? You got your coffee, your tea. I've got something exciting. Proud mom moment, okay? So my son, Kessler, I've been telling you, he went up for his testing. He went for MEPS, and he freaking nailed everything. He scored high on his ASVAB. He scored high on every single thing they tested him on. The recruiter told him, son, you can write your ticket. You can write your ticket. You can have any job you want. I couldn't be happier. I am so proud. I cannot wait to be there when he graduates. I'm just so proud of him. But let's say good morning to the chat after you guys hit the like button. Give me a big fat thumbs up down below. Subscribe if you're new and ring the notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back with even more nerdy goodness. Remember, it's the easiest and the freest way to help support the channel. I could use all the support we can get. Okay, my back isn't as strong as Walton Goggins. I can't carry the weight of everything I'm in. He sure can. Oh my gosh, Walton Goggins, did you see him in White Lotus last night? The man, range, definition of range. Oh my gosh. Good morning, Fernando. Good morning. Good morning, Maria. Good morning. Good morning, Deranged Lunatic. Good morning, Jamie. Taco Cat. Good morning. Good morning, Nerdling First Class Kino. Yay. What was his score on his ASVAB? He got like a 70 something. You need like a 30. But he scored way past whatever. I don't know. All I know is he did amazing. He did fantastic. Passed his ASVAB. He passed all his physical tests. Like, he scored in the hundreds for everything else. But yeah, he did great. He did great. So excited. And he's been out of high school for about 5 years now. Yeah, super proud of him. Walton Goggins ruined the shield for you? Really? I've never heard that one before. Omari, good morning, Omari, and good morning, Loki. That White Lotus finale, though. I'm never going to Thailand. Dude, my father-in-law loves Thailand. Loves it. He's been there several times. He married a woman he met at church out there. It didn't work out, but he really, really loved Thailand. He thinks it's an absolutely beautiful country. But then I watched White Lotus and I was like, I don't think he explored much. I don't think he explored much. Deranged Lunatic, if he's going for the Air Force, maybe he can get based out of Whiteman. He's not doing Air Force. He's doing Army. I always joke that, you know, Air Force is the smart way to go. They have lower PT scores, quicker promotions, so more money, and better housing. The Air Force spends all its budget on housing first. They build all the housing first. And then when they run out of money to build the important things like runways and hangars and barracks, they're like, hey, government, I ran out of money for the stuff you like. And so they give them more. They have to. They don't have a choice. So Air Force is smart. Air Force is very smart. Holy shnikes, guys. We got a couple things to talk about today. We sure do. So let's dive into it. Let's see what we got, shall we? First things first. We got some first looks at Peacemaker Season 2. And it's officially coming out August 21st. Hold on. I got to do something real quick. Jesus! Good morning, Untamed Mando. Good morning. It made me need to cough. Oh no. You made me cough and sneeze. I hope you're happy. You're beautiful, my love. You're beautiful. Okay. So, I love Peacemaker. I love Peacemaker. I do. I feel like this is John Cena's finest work. He follows me. That's so exciting. I was like looking at the notification. It says there's something there, but there's nothing there. Anyway, I love John Cena as Peacemaker. I think he's hilarious. Very excited for Peacemaker Season 2 finally coming out August 21st. And these are some of the stills from the very brief teaser they gave us, which we'll check out in a second. What's going on here? Here. Where's he at here?
You're a superhero now.
You're a superhero now. See, very, very brief, only 11 seconds long. But
you're a superhero now.
Adebayo, Jennifer Holland, Amelia Harcourt, that is. John Cena has done well as an actor. Ooh. Okay. So, what do you guys think? Anyone else into Peacemaker like I am? I've watched the first season probably 6 times, and I'm pretty good at the dance. There is a Peacemaker breakdown on my channel. It's probably one of my least popular breakdowns, but I do like the whole thing or part of it. Yeah. Just doing my part to make you feel embarrassed for me. Kino says the show was a guilty pleasure. Seeing how they tie into everything will be interesting. I completely agree. And I really thought they were going like Blue Beetle connection. I really did. I thought that was going to be like The Reach or something. Good morning, Penny. Good morning, dear. So, very interested to see how they move on in this new era of the DCU. Very, very interested. I'm looking forward to the new intro. I'm looking forward to the new soundtrack. God bless John Cena. He's just looking more and more like Ernest P. Worrell. Like a beefed up Ernest P. Worrell. God bless his soul. You know, Ernest, the guy who played Ernest, Jim Varney, he was a Shakespearean actor. Yeah. Kino says, I didn't bother with Blue Beetle after the director went on the attack against fans and a few comic creators. Really? And hell did that? Tell me about it. I liked Blue Beetle. I love Jaime. I have a Blue Beetle Funko around here somewhere. I love Jaime. Good morning, Backyard TARDIS, nerdling first class. Backyard TARDIS. Ernest Scared Stupid. We watch Ernest Scared Stupid every Halloween here. We do. It's a thing. It's a tradition. But yeah, August 21st, Peacemaker Season 2. Looking forward to it. Okie dokie. We've got some new looks, new shots on Empire of the Fantastic Four First Steps. Backyard TARDIS like Blue Beetle. Backyard TARDIS is a wild card. You never know what he's going to like and what he's not going to like. He surprises me every time. Now that you've mentioned it, I would like to see John Cena do Ernest movies. Send him his check now. Let this man cook. That is a fantastic idea. $1 billion movie right there. That's a $1 billion movie, DL. $1 billion. So here we've got Eben Moss Backrack as Ben Grimm, Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards. Very nice. Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm and Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm. And it looks like this is just them getting ready to go up into the shop. Into the shuttle, the spaceship. Probably how they got their powers. I've heard that they're going very, very, very practical. Very practical. Lots of 1960s sci-fi feel to it, which is exactly what it needs to be. And for that, I'm in. Absolutely in. Please, 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 and thank you. I think July is going to be a really good month for nerds and for the movie theater. I am still having to clear my throat from yelling loud noises. The sun is finally shining here. It was raining and storming for like a couple weeks straight, and the sun is finally shining. So mold, mildew, pollen, all of it. So fun. So fun. All right, moving on. Apparently Robert Pattinson is playing Hermes in Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. Now, I know some of you ladies may be reading that as Hermes. Hermes Birkins. I don't have an Hermes. Don't have Hermes money. But it's Hermes. He will be playing Hermes, messenger god, in The Odyssey. So we are getting the fantasy effect in this film. I'm really surprised that that's happening. I'm very, very surprised. Anyone else? Any other people in the chat surprised that Christopher Nolan is going into the actual fantasy aspect of The Odyssey? Good morning, Truth. Good morning. I love Greek mythology. It really hurt my soul when all those people were saying they'd never even heard of the Odyssey or Homer. So that hurt my soul. I'm looking forward to it. Loki says, been too long, don't recall Hermes in the Odyssey. Oh, yeah. Anytime the gods got to send a message. Hermes. I love Greek mythology, says Untamed Mando, so I'm all for this. Same. Pattinson filming the Odyssey before the Batman 2, says Truth. Mark my words, that movie is not happening. I do not think the Batman 2 is happening. Untamed Mando, I read the Iliad and the Odyssey every year, as you should. Good for you, girl. Keep it up with the classics. Good for you. Excellent stories. Excellent stories. Everything since Homer has just been a he invented the hero's journey, okay? Everything since is born from that. Loki, more weird stuff has come out about Matt Reeves. Movie's not happening. See, I've been telling you guys for over a year now. Almost like 2 years I've been saying like this movie's not happening. Matt and James Gunn not seeing eye to eye at all. Matt wants to keep the direction he's going, and James is like, that's not the direction of the DCU. Call it creative differences or whatever, but it's not happening. Okay. Cosmic Marvel says, according to Daniel RPK, Marvel Studios is reportedly casting for a 30 to 50-year-old Asian actor for a big role in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Who do we think that is? Any guesses? Any guesses? Let's see what they say. Oh. Moon? I was thinking Mr. Negative. Yeah. We're going to have some Mr. Negative action, and we're not alone. Someone else is calling for it. Oh. They want Randall Park, but he's already got an MCU role. Ooh. Eh? Oh, leave this poor guy alone. No more Disney. Big wheel. Huh. Disney has not been nice to Lee Jung Jae. Poor guy. Plus, the quick appearance of Batman and Creature Commandos didn't help Matt. Nope, not Mandarin. Nope, because we've already had him. Winwoo. Already had him. He's already cast. Remember Shang-Chi and Iron Man? Iron Man 3? Don't remember Cindy Moon's dad's name. Me either. We'll have to Google that. Someone Google it, because I don't remember either. I'm thinking Mr. Negative. Seems to fit. Yup. All right. So they got a first look of Predator Badlands. This is so funny to me. At CinemaCon, and it says the film follows an outcast predator and aims to answer the question, what if the predator was a good guy? Who wants to tell him? The predator was never a bad guy. He was chaotic neutral, if nothing else. They're just there on a hunting trip, and they're not going to attack something they don't see as a threat. In fact, in Alien vs. Predator, he teamed up with that human and gave her the mark of a warrior at the end of the hunt. Dre's lunatic. They did the Mandarin dirty in Iron Man 3. Yup. This is just silly. This is like it's diarrhea. Just giving us the stomach flu, so we'll fight about it. How much you want to bet? How much do you want to bet? So we've got a new trailer to watch. Let me get it ready for you guys. Oops. Let me get it encoded first. Gotta get it encoded. Don't trust Disney with Predator. Oh. You have high hopes for Tron Ares, Kino, Disney, don't mess it up. Well, we're going to watch that trailer right now. We are. Let me get it pulled up for y'all. The new trailer for Tron Ares. I've not seen it yet. Watch it together and react. I was not impressed with Tron Legacy. I'm a Gen X kid, so big fan of the original Tron. Oh. Okay. Now remember, Disney trailers really well.
I'm looking for something. Something I do not understand.
Oh, really? So coming out this October. Oh. Somehow I didn't realize Gillian Anderson was in this. So Tron is in the real world in this. Is that what we're seeing? Oh, Evan Peters. I'm okay with that.
Ready?
Ugh. Ooh.
Because there's no going back.
I'm not a Jared Leto fan. I'm just not. So Ares as in war. Original music by 9 Inch Nails. Jesus Leto will bless us. He members. Leto has a cult where he dresses like Jesus. Every time I see Jared Leto, I just want to throw rocks at the screen, says Loki. I believe that. I believe that. Backyard TARDIS, love both the original Tron and Legacy. This trailer didn't really do it for me. I did not love Legacy. There was some real super cringe in that film. And also not a Leto fan, says Backyard TARDIS. Oh, I have no doubt in my mind that the soundtrack is going to be amazing. Trent Reznor always soundtracks well. I didn't know Jeff Bridges was back either, truth. Super surprised by that. I mean, at least his voice is. But I love Evan Peters. I love Gillian Anderson. I'll give it a shot. And it's Tron. I'm going to give it a shot. Gen X, baby. But Legacy, just... Olivia Wilde was wasted on that film. Untamed Mando had a traumatic first date with the guy watching Tron Legacy. I will never get into any Tron again. Oh, honey. There's so many men have ruined so many things for me in my life. Music, TV shows, movies. Ugh. Oh, well, I mean, it trailers well. That it do. It trailers well. Evan Peters is in St. Louis. Boy, yes, he is. Yes, he is. Love him. Did you miss the conversation on my Twitter the other day, DL? I was asking people the question, if I called you a Hoosier, what do I mean? And my auntie Kathleen Madigan answered it correctly for everyone. God bless her. So thank you for that, Auntie Kathleen. And then we laughed about how my mom always liked being barefoot and how my grandfather always called her a Hoosier because of it. So, but Evan Peters could tell you what a Hoosier is. Ralph Boner always rises to the occasion. Kino says, looks like it's picking up where Legacy left off. Can't wait. So excited. Well, I really hope they don't let us down. I would be super excited to see a St. Louis native bring back Tron. He's not much younger than me, too. I got to find out what neighborhood he's from. What high school did you go to, Evan Peters? That's a St. Louis question. Wow, okay. Where are you from? What high school did you go to? How close were you to Monsanto or the brewery? Ah, yeah. Let's remove that. Hi, how are you? Okay, so what else we got here? Let me see. Hope you guys are having a good Monday. And not as tired as I've been this morning. My gosh. Okay, so we got some stuff about boop. Where are my bookmarks? See? No bookmarks. Why does it do that? Sometimes it's there and sometimes it's not. Okay, so we've got some rumors about more Harry Potter casting, but I don't know where I've put it because this thing just, yeah, it's gone. Absolutely gone. That's so obnoxious. That's so obnoxious. I feel like I'm not going to find it now and I'm not going to remember it because that's why I save this stuff and write it down. Oh, Val Kilmer, we already miss you. I thought there was rumors about Harry Potter casting and I can't find it because Twitter keeps moving my bookmarks around. It's not fair. So let's see. See if we can find it. All right. So here we are. That's all we've got. Yeah. Nope. Nothing else. I thought we had something. I am not talking about that because that dillhole is the one who shared it and I don't trust him. I do not trust him and I'm not going to promote anything he has scooped or shared because the man is an idiot. He's an awful human who called me a racist because I didn't like Captain America Brave New World or have any respect for Anthony Mackie for the crap he said on that Italian stage. So I'm not sharing anything that, I believe it's 1,000% fake because it's that dude who shared it. I don't trust that dude at all. I have corrected him so many times. And then he's like, you're right. I'm sorry. And he takes it down. I'm not doing that anymore. Yeah. Screw him. He's the absolute worst. Have I been to the Limp Mansion, DL? Yes, many times. In fact, my first cousin, Stephen Walker, literally wrote the book on it. He is considered the resident or preeminent scholar on the Limp Mansion. Stephen Walker, he gets called on to do the History Channel, the Food Network, Travel Channel all the time to talk about Lemp Mansion. He's like the dude. So if you guys want to know about the Lemp Mansion, the Lemp family, the Lemp Brewery, Google it. You will not be disappointed. Read the Lemp family. I can't remember what it's called, but Stephen Walker, that's my cousin. He wrote the book. It's a very good book. I've got what around here somewhere. It's a really good book. The Lemp family is crazy. It's the most haunted place in the country. Or number 2. The Myrtles plantation is on that list too. I stayed the night there. That was crazy. So Kino says, I haven't heard anything official from the Todd father on the Spawn movie. If there was anything to say about it, he would have already said it. That's absolutely true. Absolutely true. My thoughts, Fernando, on the American Psycho. There's an American Psycho remake? I had no idea. Let's look that up, because before we get into the Minecraft thing. Oh, wait. I think I do know about that. I don't know. For some reason, my brain was going to Psycho, Alfred Hitchcock. So Austin Butler is playing Patrick. I wish we would just stop doing any and all remakes and reboots entirely. Why do we need to do that? Why are we that devoid of any new creativity? Period. Like, seriously. It's not a good idea. How about we just create new things instead of, oh, look, it's Patrick Bateman again. I don't care. I've already seen that one. And Huey Lewis in the news. Do love Huey Lewis in the news. So, all right, guys, let's talk about the craziest thing I absolutely did not see coming whatsoever. I mean, I really did not see this coming. Pull this up. I mean, this is my computer. Like, seriously, dude, I did not want to use Yahoo, but you're kind of forcing me to it. So first of all, the craziest thing has happened. The Minecraft movie is absolutely dominating the box office. These children have shown up for this movie in droves. It has done over $300 million on its opening weekend. It has toppled every other video game adaptation movie in history. Despite the reviews for this film being absolutely awful. My daughter and her boyfriend saw it yesterday. My daughter slept through it. And she was desperate to see this movie. She was so excited. She grew up playing Minecraft, just like my other 3 children. They all played Minecraft. Got a really funny story about my oldest daughter spray painting the F word on the side of a building in Minecraft. And I caught her and she tried to blame it on her brothers and then realized I was standing there watching her the whole time. And so she burst into tears. Anyway, Minecraft, huge part of my kids' childhood. I know extremely little about this game. I just know my children played it, that and Roblox, all the time. My 16-year-old daughter was so stoked to go see this movie. She goes, she falls asleep. She sleeps through the entire movie, and her boyfriend's like, it was boring. It was stupid. It was bad. It was just bad. So the movie is boring. And it's not funny, and it's bad. And I mean, what's the score on Rotten Tomatoes? I don't know. Someone look that up real quick. What's the score for the Minecraft movie on Rotten Tomatoes? Look that up for me. Either way, this film is not doing well with critics or the audience. It's just boring, okay? But children are going apping on snappy over it. The kids are dragging their parents to this, and the kids are absolutely loving it. Absolutely loving it. It is the absolute definition of a kids movie made for kids. It was never intended to be some Oscar bait film. Cinema. Absolutely meant for children. Okay. So the score on Rotten Tomatoes is 47% for the critics, 47% and 87% audience score. See? Like, these kids are going crazy for this film. And it is just really making theaters money, which is very important. Very important. Fernando, I took my teenage daughter to see if she hated it. What is the age bracket for this film? I'm guessing like middle school. Because here's the other thing. This Tide Pod generation is acting like total a-holes in the theater. There have been multiple instances of police having to come up and shut the theater down and toss people out. It's that bad. That bad. So these kids are going to see this film and basically turning it into like the Rocky Horror Picture Show experience, except just full on chaotic. Okay. And if you've never been to a Rocky Horror Picture Show event, let me fill you in. You take a newspaper, squirt guns, you take rice, hot dogs, toilet paper. All right. Those are just some of the items. And at different points, you throw things, except for the newspaper. The newspaper is what you put over your head when they sing There's a Light and you shoot the squirt guns, for rain. So, well, sweetie, 16-year-olds, I do consider 16-year-olds children. I'm going to say that. And don't forget the toast. That's right. Now a toast. You throw toast. You throw hot dogs. You throw toast. You throw toilet paper everywhere. It is an absolute disaster. You have like 100 people in this theater or more, sometimes much more, throwing all this crap everywhere. But it's somewhat organized, okay? For this Minecraft. Suddenly I've become BBC English. Minecraft. For the Minecraft movies, okay, these kids are throwing their food. It's not like actual organization and they have specific items for specific things that they throw at specific times. They're throwing food at people. They're yelling like water launcher, water cannon, and like throwing full bags of popcorn at the back of someone's head. Or they're jumping up in front of the screen and screaming, chicken jockey, for no other reason than that's what was in the trailer. They see these trailers, Jack Black say chicken jockey. And so when it shows up on screen, they jump up and scream at the top of their lungs, chicken jockey. And at first you're like, oh, this is great. Audience participation. They're getting into it, but they're doing it for TikTok. They're doing it for TikTok. They're really, really disturbing the rest of the audience and being little a-holes. Like physically assaulting people, and people spent money to take their children to see this film. Okay? They've spent money to take their kids to see this movie, and this Tide Pod eaten generation is just acting completely unhinged. Like, listen, if that's the experience you want to have, then organize something like that, like organize something like that, kind of like Rocky Horror does with their midnight showings, and people come dressed up and they throw hot dogs at the stage when Frankfurter shows up. But when that's not the point of the experience, and people are just there to watch a movie and they're not in on your joke, so to speak, that's super, super disruptive. And then that theater's got to refund people's money. You're stealing time. Like the worst thing ever. You're stealing time. Good morning, Dom. How can you afford to throw popcorn at those prices? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Okay, but fair enough, Nick. But I'm telling you, this is a children's game. Minecraft is a children's game. So that's where this is coming from. That's why kids are wanting to go see it so bad. It's a kids movie, and it's a game that's almost predominantly played by children. Interesting to see if domestic has dropped off in the second week due to that. I assume worldwide isn't doing that junk. So far, I'm just seeing these American reports. Like, look at all this. Do you see this? This is insane. These are a bunch of kids who are absolutely not disciplined growing up. These are kids whose parents plopped them in front of a screen and then left the building. Like, that's not okay. Movie theaters are not a substitute for babysitters. No, they are not. These punk-ass kids are doing damage to the theater's business that has already been struggling. You're absolutely correct. And those parents should have to pay. They should. They did not discipline their children. They left them at the theater alone, and they behaved that way. Your children are an extension of you. And these kids are behaving, I mean, completely out of pocket. And still, this movie is just obliterating the box office. Police shut down Minecraft movie screening multiple times. Multiple times. It's made almost $500 million in one weekend. And children are going insane in the theater. This is not the same, though. This is not like Endgame. I'm totally cool with people going, yay, when Cap grabs Mjolnir. Okay? I'm totally all for people standing and clapping and cheering when those like hundreds of characters showed up on screen outside of the ring portals. That was super cool. We're talking about the entire movie. These kids are jumping up and throwing things at people and screaming so loud en masse they can't hear anything. I mean, they're acting completely unruly throughout the entire film. That is a totally, totally different situation. I'm all about for excited, yay, every now and again when there's a great big moment, like in Spider-Man No Way Home. This is children physically assaulting people and screaming so long and so loud that nobody can hear anything. So bad that police have to show up and make them leave. There are videos. Here we go. See if I can pull this up. 3C.
Cops are being called, movies are being stopped halfway
I don't know
through.
if you guys
Let
can
me
hear
tell you
this.
about it. So the Minecraft movie is obviously now in theaters, and fans of the
This
video
is-
game are rushing out to go watch the movie. And
Mhm.
there's been a lot of memes leading up to this film with repeating phrases from the
And
trailer.
apparently.
At first seeing those kind of clips online,
Yeah,
I was
you're
thinking
like,
to myself, oh, how cool. That's
yeah.
a fun experience and made the movie that much more enjoyable. But some people have taken it to a much
Audience
further extreme
participation,
and are
yay,
ruining
and
it for
then
so many others. There are
look-
now several videos where people are just flat out
Standing up with their
standing up in the middle of the
phones.
movie,
Look at
clapping
that.
really loud, jumping on top of each other.
Yeah.
Even some where popcorn and water is being thrown during certain moments, and cops are
Do you
actually
see
being
this?
called to the theater to take these teenagers out of the screening.
Yep.
I even saw a clip where they had to stop the movie
Mhm.
midway through just so an employee can come out and tell people to calm down and
Behave.
stop ruining it for others.
Don't stop it. You won't get kicked out. It's not funny. I get a refund. You guys just need to grow up and watch your movie. It's not funny,
Yeah.
guys. It's really embarrassing.
I'm totally
Yeah.
fine with cheering and clapping. I love that when I was watching Infinity War, Endgame, or
Yeah.
Spider-Man No Way Home. But some
See?
of the stuff that has been happening in these Minecraft screenings is absolutely insane. We didn't have this happen in the Sonic
is
movies,
Chris.
the
Chris
Mario
is
movies.
good.
Even when the Minions was coming out,
I like
people
Chris.
were just wearing suits and
Yep.
acting like gentlemen during the screenings. I'm
Right?
happy people are that thrilled and excited to go see a movie. But when you ruin someone else's night, that's just being an a-hole, man. Did anybody else have a crazy experience when going to see the Minecraft movie?
See? This is insane. Maria says, this is why physical discipline needs to make a comeback. Spare the rod, spoil the child. Jesus said so. Okay? Listen, I spanked my children. Couple swats on the butt. Never hurt anybody. Okay? Fearful respect. If you don't spank your children, fine. If you choose not to spank your children, that's perfectly fine. Okay? But you need to discipline them. They need some kind of consequences. Okay? It wasn't just getting little swats on the butt and stuff. There was grounding. But you got to be consistent. You got to discipline your children. It is your job. It is your job to train your children for the future and teach them how to behave. Not legal advice. But seriously, I have repeated this so often, my kids are so sick of hearing it. But the fact of the matter is, the truth is, you are not raising children. Your job is not to raise children. Your job is to train future adults. Train future adults. That is your job. Your job is to teach them how to behave in public, how to be generous, considerate, respectful, responsible. That is your job. You teach them how to wash dishes, how to clean up after themselves, how to keep a house, how to pay bills, how to be respectful to people you don't know, how to be considerate of other people's time. That is your job as a parent. That is training future adults. And if you don't do that, you are 1000% responsible for those little a-holes. Listen, I have 4 kids, right? Okay. And if I don't raise them right, and they in turn have 4 kids each, and they in turn, eventually I am the mother of a planet full of disrespectful little a-holes. And that is the problem we have right now. We have a bunch of parents who didn't do their jobs and train a bunch of adults who know how to, 1, take care of themselves, B, 2, whatever. I can't remember if I'm doing letters or numbers, but the fact is, your first job is to teach how to take care of yourself, and 2, how to get along in society. These are a bunch of kids whose parents did not do that. They're still kids. We got a bunch of 20-something-year-old kids, a bunch of 18-year-old kids Nobody taught them how to be an adult. No one taught them how to be responsible or respectful. No personal responsibility, nothing. Just a bunch of little disrespectful, inconsiderate a-holes throwing popcorn at people's heads over a stupid video game movie. It just maddening. You know, my kids may have acted up at home. That's because they know the line. They know how far they can push me, and it's at home. But they did not ever behave like this in public. Never. You know why? Because they would think, my God, my mom will whoop my ass if I act like that. Not doing it. Not doing it. And you know what? I got 3 college graduates and one on her way, one joining the Army. It is what it is. You raise them right, they'll be able to take care of themselves. Okay? And they won't disrupt an entire movie theater throwing popcorn at people's heads. It's ridiculous. New generation kids, what's going on? Yeah, I don't think my parenting point of view is very popular. I was not your friend as a mom. That's not my job. My job is not to be your friend. My job is to protect you and to teach you. Not to be your buddy. We can't be friends till you're at least in your 30s. And even then, you're oh man, you've learned so much about me and my parenting style today. I hope that was intriguing. But yeah, this is the result of a bunch of parents trying to be their kids' friends instead of teaching them how to be adults. DL says, and nothing wrong with your parenting advice. Bless you. Thank you, sir. Kino says, just saw a video allegedly teen body slammed a theater employee. Yeah. Fernando, that's the chancla. My children are afraid of the chancla. Like a boomerang. My children fear the chancla. So Minecraft is the new Jerry Springer. Minecraft is the new Tide Pod. It's getting ugly. It's getting ugly. And we need to have a very real and honest conversation about how y'all raising your kids out there. Okay? It's my experience that most parents are too stoned to parent these days. That's at nighttime. That's nighttime. Nighttime. That's the nighttime snack. Nighttime vitamins. It's how mommy sleeps at night. Leave me alone. Deranged lunatic. We had a nickname for our dad. It was the handyman because he spanked us with whatever was handy. Oh no. Y'all, I have not smoked a cigarette in almost 4 years now. I'm pretty sure I've completely damaged because I can't even laugh without. Might go to the movies instead of the gym. Work out some aggression, wrangling them children. Yeah, I think the Minecraft shenanigans are a symptom of a greater disease. And that is people forgot that they were supposed to be training future adults and just wanted to be buddies and raise a bunch of kids. Not to get too biblical, but there is this thing that Jesus said, when he's being asked, like, why'd you let this happen? Why'd you let this bad thing happen? And you're healing these people. Like, why are you not helping me? And he's like, I am. I may let you go hungry a little bit, but I feed you. It makes you stronger. And that's very true. If you don't let your kids walk some, if you're always carrying them, you don't let them walk, then when you're gone, their legs aren't going to be strong enough to carry them on their own. They're not going to have strong enough legs to walk on their own. It's very important. Very important. So now we've got these unruly, undisciplined, spoiled, entitled brats causing mayhem in movie theaters over a TikTok trend. They are assaulting people physically, audibly. That's insane. Like, how can you see your child behave that way and think, well, you know, he's just such a little rascal. He's got to get his wiggles out. Yeah. Put that boy in juvie. Spank his rear end. That'll get some wiggles out of him. Good Lord. So that's pretty much all I got to say on the Minecraft nonsense. It's just nonsense. Discipline your children before a police officer has to do it for you. That's not their job. They're there to arrest murderers and rapists and meth heads. And you've got the cops disciplining your kid at a movie theater. How are you not mortified? How are you not completely embarrassed by that? DL says, first day insult and movie theater employee, then I'll be their spouse later in life. What? It'll be their first day insult and movie theater employee. It'll be their spouse later in life. I feel there's some typos in there. I have typos frequently, especially after I get my nails done. I'm going to need you to translate that for me, DL. Translate. And while you're doing that, leave your questions, comments, emotional outbursts, because I've been full of that today. In the chat, we are wrapping it up. Taco Cat said it's all a video on Facebook. It's crazy. It is. It's insane. Discipline your children. Discipline them now before mama has to. Bring back discipline! Loud noises! Do me a favor on your way out, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and ring the notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back with even more nerdy content. If you would like to help support the channel in other ways, I would absolutely, truly appreciate it. It's the only way I'm able to keep doing these streams because I'm still not monetized. So if you would like to help support the channel, the first option is this QR code right here. It takes you to buymeacoffee.com/comics and MUA. And you can tip me as little or as much as you like. And all the proceeds go to pay for the StreamYard software, the Adobe software, all of it. If that doesn't work for you and you want to use something you trust more, that's fine. I completely understand. Cash App. Cash App's there. And all of these links are in the description below. So use Cash App. You can use Buy Me a Coffee, or you can join the official Nerdling Army over at patreon.com/comics, and you get exclusive content. Exclusive Nerdling Army merch that you get every 3 months for the first year of your membership. The exclusive Nerdling Army chat, the behind the scenes, outtakes, and you can request breakdowns, which I am working on a couple right now. I know I'm taking so long because I've got so much on my plate, but I promise you I'm working on it. So go to patreon.com/comics and choose from one of our 3 different tiers starting as little as $3 a month. That's right. That's right. I'm also an affiliate for several different things, including Leash Boss. And apparently this is incorrect. They sent me a message, said you're telling people you're giving them 10% off, but girl, you're giving them 15% off. So if you use my Leash Boss link right here for your pup, you get 15% off how much it actually costs. So that's super dope. Super dope of them. So go to this link right here. If you have a dog, check out Leash Boss. They're really, really awesome people. I mean, they sent Tiny so many toys. I can't, I've been giving them away to other dogs because they keep sending him toys. Also, Zenny Optical, where I get my glasses, that gets you 10% off. Cora's Vault for collectibles on superhero stuff. If you want like Tony's proof that Tony Stark has a heart, Cora's Vault's got it at coravault.com/comicsand and use code comicsand for checkout for 10% off today. AliExpress. Yeah, I'm also on AliExpress. It's kind of like Wish or Shein. Just use that. You get a 10% discount. It's super cool. As well as shopapotheosis.com/comicsand using code comicsand at checkout for 10% off. Yeah. Get all of your comic book needs fulfilled at shopapotheosis.com/comicsand. Subscription boxes for comic books. Genius. I get the mega box. It's totally worth it. I love it. I love it so much. Fernando says, is there any future Star Trek projects in the work that you know of? Well, we've got the new season of Strange New Worlds that's coming out. I think that's it for now because Section 31 just terrible. Did really bad. So right now, the only thing I know of on the books is the new Strange New Worlds, which I enjoy that show. Big Anson Mount fan. Call him Captain Daddy with that hair. How can you not? It's gorgeous. My watch hours, I'm at 1900. I'm at 1900. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I really am. But that's all I got for you guys today. Remember, be kind to one another, okay? Everyone's got opinions, and opinions are valid, okay? An opinion never hurt anyone. It really never has. So be kind to one another, okay? Stay nerdy, babies. You know I love that about you. It's my favorite thing about you, okay? So just stay nerdy. And keep your eyes peeled, because I heard
Disney and Kathleen Kennedy are gonna get you!